This right here, what we are experiencing today, right now, it's a recipe for a long and painful recession for some people. There's full-blown panic being created right now. Now, luckily, we all get to choose what this downturn will end up being for each of us. And the great news is this: you're gonna survive it. But what will this memory be for you when you look back in 10 years? Will this be the best redo of your lifetime to make up maybe for missing the boat during the last downturn? Because here's the thing, you wouldn't even be watching my channel right now if you did everything right the last time around. If you could go back 10 years and redo it over again, I know that you would be wealthy today. You would have been ready at the time and capable of buying, say, 5 or 10 homes. They all would have doubled or tripled in value, and you'd be sitting on plenty of money and cash flow right now. But here's the bad news, guys. Even some people with money are depressed right now because of what's going on. Even some people with money are acting like they can't even get this gold here, toilet paper, and the world is ending. So thriving in this environment certainly has several different layers to it, and money is only one part. So what I want to do today, I'm going to give you 3 detailed but very easy steps to survive this chaos and even find happiness in the midst of it. In spite of all the chaos, you'll be okay, your family will be okay, and you can help other people along the way. So let's dive in. Hey, welcome back to the VIP Financial Education YouTube channel, where we help you go further, faster financially while remaining safe in the process. All right, so the best thing we can do is look at this situation similar to this 3-step ladder right here, right? Top rung here is the scariest one. It seems so dangerous. Maybe we've never been as high as that, but up here is everything we need to be safe in this really tumultuous, uncertain time. It always starts with the first rung. So in the very, very first step to survive and even thrive in this environment is you've got to get your house, your personal home, in order. Now, what does this mean exactly? Well, I think there are 3 biggies here. Let's start with A. First is mental health. Intentionally avoid the news and avoid negative people. You've got to turn off the flippin' news, folks. You've got to minimize your Facebook intake. You already know that there are a magnitude of different problems that are facing us right now, and dwelling on it will only hold you back. So set a maximum scroll time each day to check in, and then turn that shit off. If a missile is heading your way, or if the latest corona outbreak happens down the street from you, you're gonna see it on Facebook soon enough. So in the meantime, just steer clear of the water cooler and lunch dates where you know that it's going to end up being all doom and gloom. If you recognize that something is continuously bringing you down emotionally, unfollow it. If you love Trump and you get triggered every single time some snowflake somewhere gets overly emotional, unfollow. If you hate Trump and you get triggered every time someone loves a gun, unfollow. Over a year ago, I uninstalled all of my news apps on my phone, and my life has been exponentially better for it. You guys are gonna thank me for this one. Now, answer me this. Even if you don't unplug from this, what can you do about it? Rarely much of anything, really, outside of what I'm gonna be recommending here on this video. So stay productive. Don't overthink things right now, especially the things that you cannot control. B, buy the things that you need on Amazon. These items were delivered to me by hand in 2 days. And I am in a 3,000 person town. And yes, the shelves in my town are empty too, and everybody's panicking here as well. So instead of stepping into a fist fight over the last roll of toilet paper, I purposefully avoid chores that require public places unless doing something that's fun or to pay the bills. Instead of joining the crazies, let Amazon do the hard work for you. You're gonna get better products and you're gonna pay less money at the same exact time. Instead of dealing with crazy people at the stores, order online and then go to the park, go into nature often. Take your dog on a lot of walks. Go to the beach, go to the mountains. Detach yourself from the chaos of money. It's free, and it's gonna free your mind, which will allow you to feel better and think more clearly. Now, while you're outside, try listening to motivational and practical content here on YouTube, like this video, or download Audible books that will help you remain productive and growth-minded. Don't focus on the chaos. Don't focus on the negatives of money, but also don't neglect money. Now is the best time ever to pay close attention to productively controlling your household money and distancing yourself from the emotions that are far too often attached to the subject. Now, this is a perfect segue into the third item of step one here. C. C for cut your costs. February was the calm before the financial storm. Stocks hit an all-time high, real estate hit an all-time high, unemployment was at its best, rates have been incredible. In fact, things have been way too good for way too long. And I've been warning you guys that the storm was coming. And while all these other records were being enjoyed, many of us have been far too complacent along the way with our own personal finances. And as a result, other records were also being broken at the same time. For instance, credit card debts are at an all-time high. So are auto debts and student loan debts and even home loan debts. And let's not even get started with the national debt. The only control that you have right now, my friend, is over your own household. If you haven't managed a budget very well in the past, you better start doing it now. A budget is like knowing where every window and door is in your home so that you can quickly and easily cover them with wood or metal to control what comes in and what goes out. Not having a budget is like leaving your windows and doors wide open when the storm hits you and letting anything and everyone blow in. Now, you can download the Cashflow Cruncher budgeting spreadsheet. It's completely free of charge from cashflowcruncher.com in order to easily track your income and expenses regularly. The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna plug leaks. Take anything that's unneeded to enhance your future and do away with it. If you can't even remember where your money goes, then let me tell you, it went to stuff that you just don't need. I meet people every week that couldn't even tell me where the last $1,000 or $2,000 of their household income went in the past month. Wherever it went, those things are not important in your life, and those should be cut out immediately. It's time to reduce the eating and drinking out. I was out last night. I go to this restaurant regularly to watch the games. I don't have television. And let me tell you, the restaurant was packed. After tips and drinks, it's almost impossible to get away with spending less than $25 per person eating out. My bill was $39. So do less out. Do more at home. The food is healthier. And guess what? You're even less likely to get COVID-19. Now, I'm challenging myself right now to cut my unnecessary spending down by over 50%. And I challenge you to do the same thing. The second step in this process, step 2, right here. You've got to maximize your cash flow. And to do so, you've got to spend less and you've got to earn more. And we teach the 3 C's of banking and borrowing to do that. Credit, capital, cash flow. It's a very important time right now to be using your credit to your advantage. If you don't have great credit right now, you should be obsessing over content here on YouTube to get great credit. I've been telling you to do this for years, guys. Don't make it too late. I'm gonna put our playlist in the description below. If you have good credit already, you should be considering what a refinance would do for you right now. If the savings each month cover the cost of the refinance within 2 years or less, it's generally a smart move right now to refinance. You want the lowest possible costs that you can get each and every month starting immediately. For instance, if you can save, say, $300 a month refinancing your home, but the closing costs of your refinance on a $250,000 loan end up at 2.5%, which is common, or $6,250, it would make sense to refinance. If you have equity, getting a home equity line of credit is also a very good move. They're inexpensive and they're totally liquid. I just deposited $225,000 into my bank from a HELOC. If you already have a HELOC, or once you do get one, Use it to pay off all of your non-mortgage related debts, especially your credit cards first. You'll typically drive your credit scores way up by doing this. You'll usually save large amounts of future interest costs, and your minimum payment obligations will be cut in half, maximizing your cash flow. Furthermore, your credit cards will be paid off, which will leave you plenty of availability in case of an emergency. Here's a pro tip. Don't then take them and buy crap that you don't need ever. They are for growth and emergencies only. Stop spending money on crap. Next, take all your extra cash flow and start paycheck parking it against your balances. This overall approach will allow you to maximize equity and safety in case the banks start freezing accounts. You're then going to want to go on and optimize your earning power. Lazy time and playtime are over, folks. If you've been sitting on the sidelines during the last 10 years of growth, now is mandatory game time. You have no options. If your job offers overtime, you should take it. If you're underemployed or unemployed, you have to find a job now. Learn what is needed to earn a raise. Ask your boss what can be done to earn more money. Make yourself as valuable as possible in the marketplace. Also, if you're a business owner, make sure you're reviewing your business P&L and cut wherever possible while also supporting the lowest hanging fruit. Don't take unnecessary risks right now, especially when there is no proof of concept. Focus on areas right now that have proven results and use your spare time productively and expand your skills. I pay my Instagram guy $350 every week to help me with Instagram. He would only need 10 clients to make $3,500 a week. So learn what he does or learn another skill that companies like mine need and then sell them. Learn additional skills and outsource them on sites like Fiverr.com, one of my favorite sites. I've purchased over 500 gigs from that site. Or sell yourself on Craigslist. My media manager generates $1,500 a week from us, and I found him on Craigslist. Now, it's just simply not the time to panic right now. It's not the time to count exclusively on prayers and hope. Fear and confusion will attempt to distract you along the way. But if you're strong, you will thrive. But the bottom line is this: now is the time to take action. Which leads me to the third step: diversifying. By optimizing the first two steps, folks, you're going to empower yourself with the ability to diversify. For instance, because I have followed these steps for so long, years, my debts are already paid off, and I'm able to use the HELOC that I have to buy another business right now. Additionally, I just purchased a 2019 Ram 2500 Power Wagon and a 2020 Grand Design Imagine 2670 to travel the country, which managed to cut the costs of our household and in my life by an additional $1,000 every single month or more, while further enhancing my lifestyle. And there are going to be a lot more videos to come on that. It's been a wild ride already, to say the least, and I want to include you in that journey. But I've never owned a business in the CBD industry, I'll tell you that. And I've never participated in the RV lifestyle before. But by diversifying into these two areas, I expect an additional $13,500 left over at the end of every month through increased income and cutting costs. And because there is so much economic uncertainty, I always hope for the best, but I plan for much worse. Therefore, I've got to see tremendous upside potential in our decisions. In this case, even if I'm half wrong, we're still going to improve our circumstances by $6,750 every month. Now, by honing in on the first two steps and by mastering them, my balance here on this top step is much better. And I'm able to reach the things that other people want, but they can't reach. While some make the excuse that taking action still has risks, choosing to do nothing and not climbing this ladder at all is by far the worst thing that you can do. Staying at the bottom and choosing not to do anything means imminent doom. So start climbing, guys. And I'm here to help. Get on my calendar for a free coaching session, or maybe now is finally the time to take charge of your finances by signing up for our coaching services. Because after all, if I was facing a hurricane and someone was selling covers for windows and doors, I would buy them. Take action and thrive. You guys, until next time, keep on cash flowing.